Hello guys, so welcome back to my channel. My name is Blessing Leo, and into this video we're going to be looking at Photoshop. We're going to be designing a simple layout in Photoshop. I hope you guys like this video. Leave your questions for any clarity, and let's get into the video. So let's open Photoshop. So this is Photoshop, and this is what we want to design. So let's open a new tab, a new document. Okay, it's a new document, and let's go to workspace. And when you go to workspace, you go to arrange. You see this two up horizontal or two up vertical. You can split your screen into two different documents so that you see both documents at the same time. Well, let me just go to one document because it's a little bit confusing when it's two documents, but you can still go back and forth, right? So first off, we need the image. We need to import the image. So there are a couple of ways to import image in Photoshop like this. First of all, you go to File and you go to Import. Let me just give you a shortcut of the way I usually import my images. So now I'm on the desktop. Let's go to Downloads. This is where my image is. So you just go to Download and paste it in the document. So now you have your photo in the document, right, in Photoshop. Or you can go to File, Open, and search for your image. Mine is in Desktop, Downloads. You click on it and press Open, and it opens on a new document. See, and you can just drag it into your document folder. That's another way of doing it. But here, your document, your photo is on your document, and what you do next, this document, this photo it has this smart object. So what you can do is you can rasterize it, and in order to rasterize it, you right click, you left click, sorry. You right click, you right click and scroll down to rasterize, and that's it. Now it's rasterized. You don't have that icon on it again. So what we're going to do is we're going to create rectangles. So you just click on rectangle and hold, click and hold, and you see all these options. Just click rectangle tool, and we're going to draw rectangles, right, neatly. So okay, let's see how many rectangles. 1 2 3 4. Okay, so there are 4 rectangles. So we've drawn one of it. So what you can do is you can just press Control and J, Control J to copy. So now we have another rectangle. So after you press Control J, you see a rectangle copy on another layer. So what you can do is just press V on your keyboard, or you go to the Move tool. It's the Move tool. Once you click on the Move tool, you see these transform properties. So you can drag it while holding Shift. When you hold Shift, it maintains the proportion. So we hold Shift and then we leave it. So now we have 2, but they are what? They are what? 4, right? So we want 4 of them. So we do it again. Control J, hold Shift, and drag it. And then one more, Control J or Shift and drag. So now we have all three. So we can select all three of these rectangles by clicking on the first one, click Shift, press Shift and hold, and click on the last one. So now you've selected all of them, all these rectangles. And we're just going to put them in a group. Control G. So after you select it, you press Control G and it will be saved in a group. And you can rename a group. So let's rename this group to rectangles, right? So in order to rename it, you just double click on the name and let's rectangle. Okay, enter. And now we have our rectangle. So when you click on rectangle with the move tool, you click on rectangle, just this, you see you can transform it. But you don't want to transform it without holding shift. You see, when you hold shift, it maintains the proportion. So now we can just drag it. We just want to drag this side of it, this side of it to fill it. Now we filled it. We filled the image. Great. So what else do we need to do? Let's look at the original image. Okay. We can open this rectangle tool, rectangle folder, and you can play with it to see which one it is because we haven't named it. So you can use the eye. When you click on it, then you know which rectangle it is. So the first, from our reference image, you can see the first one is a little bit down. So we go back. The first one, this is it. And as long as you're on the move tool, this tool, you can click on it and just drag it a little bit down. There we go. And press the check mark, right? And then we go to the second one and it's similar, right? Let's see from our reference. Okay, great, we're on track. And the third one, same like this, and check. And then the fourth one is outside of the workspace. There we go. So we have all three of them. Now let's look at the bottom of it, right? So for the first two, they are below. They are filling the screen of the workspace of the document. And then the third one, so 1, 2, they are filling in this space. And the third one is a little bit. The third one is a little bit up. So let's go third one. It's a little bit up here. Great. Check. And then the fourth one, let's see the fourth one. The fourth one here is way up here. So fourth one, bring it right up here. There we go. And as you can see, the image is behind it. So how Photoshop works is by arranging layers. So these are layers, and this layer is beneath all of them. That's why you see them. And then you can close your rectangle, or you can open your rectangle by clicking on the arrow. So there we go. So you have your rectangles, they're all set. So how do we put the image in the rectangle. So we need to get the image in the rectangle. So what you can do is by using something called clipping mask. So what we're going to do is we're going to click this rectangle, this image, this reference image, and same thing, Control J to duplicate it, or Command J if you're using a Mac. Command J, we've duplicated it, and we'll start with the first rectangle. So we just take this duplicate and put it over, we arrange it over the first rectangle. As you can see, once you put it over the first rectangle, the rectangle disappears because this layer is on top of the rectangle, right? So what we can do is we can hide the rectangle below, and as you can see now is on top of the rectangle. So what you can do is you can right click on that layer and select clipping mask. See, clipping mask. So once you select clipping mask, what happens? The image is within the box or the rectangle. So we can do the same. So the reason why it's blank space because we shut off this image behind. So now you can only see this. It's the layer you're saying behind here, this layer. So now we can do the same. Control J or Command J, we copy this and put it right above this layer. That's it. And then we right click and go to clipping mask. As you can see, we do it again. Control J, and you want to make sure, do you see this highlight in between the two layers? That's how you know that is on top of the layer below. Once you see this highlight, so you see this is a highlight, and then you just release your mouse and then you open it and right click, clipping mask, same. So we just do it again. Right click, clipping mask. So now we have our image in our box. Now we're doing good so far. We're doing good so far. So what can we do now? We can close this. What else can we do? Let's do the text, human connections. This is my website. Let's go back and click on this tool. This tool is called type tool, right? So you just click on it and drag it here. You drag it, and let's type human enter connectionz z.com. Okay, humanconnectionz.com. So now we have our tool. So in case you're using another font, you can always go up here. The font I'm using is called Myriad Pro and it's italic. So in order to see the options of fonts that you have, you just select your text, come up here on your Photoshop document, and you can see a number of fonts here. So many fonts. But now we're just going to stick to Myriad, italic, and we're going to use bold. And our font size is 22. You can reduce, increase, however you want it. So I'm just going to use 22 for now. Press enter, and now we have it. So what's remaining are these color gradient overlay. So how do we get this effect? So now we go back, we open our rectangle folder, and we click on the image. You see this image, the first image within the box. Click on it and come here to effects where you see FX. Click on it and find gradient overlay. This is gradient overlay. So you click on gradient overlay, and once you click on gradient overlay, what you see here is a gradient. When you double click on it, you see different gradients. So the one I'm choosing right now is this. When you double click on it, you can see orange, yellow, orange. So you have two different colors. When you double click on this, you can see that I've chosen orange here. And when you double click on this, yellow. And when you double click on this, you see orange. That's how you got this. So we click on it, and the opacity here is 17. So you can just copy the same 17 opacity, and the blend mode is darken. As you can see, this is darken. So that's it. And you press OK. That's it. And now the effect is successful. So we do the same with the second image up here, this one, and we go to effects and we go to gradient overlay. So let's see our reference image. As you can see, it has a little bit of purple in it, right? So what we can do is go here, go back to effects, gradient overlay, click on this. It's a little bit of purple, so we double click and do a little bit of purple. It's not going to be exact, but we just want something. Let's double click this and press this. Use this color. So now we have these colors. You can just copy what I'm doing. You don't have to do exactly what I'm doing. Just make sure that at least you're understanding the tool. I just want you to understand the tool and how they work. So you can use different colors. We're just going to use the same here. And for this one, let's see. We have a little bit of, let's see, FX, go to gradient. It's a lot. So you can add another, you can drag this to have a lot of it. See, a lot of it. A lot of this blue on the side. So now we have this blue, a lot of it on the side. So yeah, that's it. And that's how we get our effect. So that's it for now, guys. Hope you guys like this video. That's it for the tutorial today. So if you guys like me to do more tutorials, please leave your comments and suggestions below. But for now, peace out. See you guys in my next video. Bye for now.